So students, today in this video I'll explain you what are the structure of the practical examination that you are going to appear 2024. What are the question pattern and what are the notebooks that you will maintain so that you can easily score 30 out of 30 in your practical examination. You know that 70 marks practical, 70 marks theory and 30 marks practical. So out of the 30 marks, what are the distribution of the marks, right? So 3 hours you have to spend in your examination, and in that 3 hours what are the things you need to do. So in the 3 hours the max marks will be 30 marks your practical, and in that 30 marks the distributions are like this. So you should know that, so that it will help you to prepare better, and definitely it will help you to score 30 out of 30. 2 experiments you have to do. 2 experiments. How many experiments are there listed? I'll explain everything, and how many experiment minimum you should write in your notebook, that also I'll explain. So 2 experiments and 7 marks each. So during this 3 hours, the exam will be 3 hours, and this 3 hours you have to write, because like your theory paper, you will also get a paper from the CBSE. You will get a paper, right? For the answer sheet you will get, and in that answer sheet only you have to write 2 experiments. So 2 experiments, 7 plus 7, that is 14 marks. Then you have to submit your practical record book. So practical record book, and for the record book 5 marks. Whatever I am explaining, this manual, this circular, or you can say it's there with the syllabus, right? You can go to CBSE official website and you can download this syllabus from the CBSE website. So record book 5 marks, your practical record book. 1 activity you have to do. So what are the notebooks you will maintain? I'll explain. So before that, let me explain the marks distribution. So 1 activity you have to perform during the exam, and perform also you have to write in the your answer sheet. So 1 activity that will carry 3 marks. Then 1 project, investigatory project, and project will carry also 3 marks. Then only your viva. Viva will be based on project, activity and also experiments. So viva will carry 5 marks. So in total 14, this is 3 plus 3, 6, 20, 25, 30. Total 30 marks. Clear? So this is the marks distribution, and viva, the external examiner will come, that CBSE will send you to your school. So that external examiner generally will ask you some question based whatever you are doing in the which experiment you are doing. He can ask you some detail about the experiment, some of the question he can ask. So if you need that what are the types of viva questions are asked, so I'll explain you in another video. Now project. 1 project file, you know, channel file you can make, or your school teacher will instruct you how to make this project file. Generally aim of the project, then your content, like what are the topic and all the details, then if any diagrams or the constructions, then applications, then your conclusion, reference. All these things will be maximum 4 or 5 pages you can write, and the front page you can design. You can write the school name, topic, your roll number, your name, all these things you can design for the project, and you can keep all these 5-6 pages in a channel file and submit. This is what we generally do, but you listen to your you ask your school teacher, they will explain you. So this is the general standard procedure generally. So one project you have to submit, and the project is also listed in the syllabus. So you can choose one of the projects from the suggested investigatory projects. Like for example, few of the projects I can tell you: to study various factors on which the internal resistance or EMF of a cell depends, to study the variation of current flowing in a circuit containing an LDR, because the variation in power of the lamp used to illuminate the LDR. So these are some of the projects. I already have done some of the activities and project in detail and uploaded last year. So you can go through that. You can go to my channel and videos, then you can find out some of the your practicals, experiments also I have done, activities I have done. I have uploaded video that how to write the activity file, the project file, everything I have uploaded. Some of the sample also I have uploaded, scanned sample. So these are some of the projects, suggested projects. So better if you choose one of the topic, right? One of any of the topic you can choose, or you can choose also of your own. That depends upon your teacher. So you can discuss with your teacher. Probably you should pick up any of the topic given here. Now, next part is activity. So as I told you, how many projects? So one project, 3 things you have to submit. What are the things? One project you have to submit. Then 6 activities you have to submit. 3 plus 3, 6 activities minimum. This is minimum. Okay. This is minimum. 6 activities you have to submit. So you have to make a notebook, like your practical experiment notebook, whatever record book you are making, the same notebook, or at the back side. Let's say the experiments are completed, then you can start activity, or you can make a thin activity notebook similar to your experiment notebook. That's what we do. You can discuss with your teacher, but it's a standard one. You can take any of the notebook, and you have to write minimum 6 activities. And this is section A, section B. Activities are listed in the syllabus. You can see section A, there are 9 activities in total. Section B, section A, there are 6 activities. Section B, there are 7 activities. So out of the 6 activities, you have to perform minimum 3, and out of the 7 also, section B, you have to perform minimum 3. So 6 activities you should do, and you should maintain its record book. You should submit it, right, during the exam. The external may ask, or it should be submitted during the exam. So activity notebook, project notebook, and the experiment notebook. So experiment, how many? 4 plus 4, minimum 8. This is minimum 8 experiment. Experiment minimum you have to write 8. So how many notebooks you have to submit? 1, 2, 3. Project, activity, experiment. 3 notebooks, 3 record book you have to submit. So experiment minimum 4 plus 4. This is section A, section B. Again, there are 2 sections. You have to do 4 from each. Okay, section A, which is basically from the first book, you can say, to determine the resistivity of 2-3 wires by plotting a graph for potential difference versus current, to find the resistance of a given wire of standard resistor using a meter bridge, to verify the laws of combination of resistances using a meter bridge. So all these are there in the section A. Then section B. So section B is also having mostly light experiment, to find out the value of V for different values of u in case of a concave mirror and find the focal length. So focal length, refractive index, all these are there in section B. So you have to do 4 experiments from section B. You should write. So don't write from section A all 8 experiment, nothing from section B. No, don't do that. Okay, discuss with your teacher, and it's clearly mentioned 4 plus 4 and 4 from section A, 4 from section B. So your experiment notebook should contain minimum 8 and 4 from each section. So you may ask that, sir, if I write 10, no issue, you can write 5 each, or 6 4. You like section A, you can do 6 experiment from section A, 4 from section B, to 10 experiment you can write. It's up to you, but minimum it should be 8. So this is the structure of the examination, that what are the notebooks you will maintain, and what are the structure of the examination. Now individual thing, if you ask, you will comment in this video, so that I can assure you, or I'll make another video separate, like if you want to make if you want me to make video for how you write activity, or how you maintain the experiments, how you write the projects, or about Viva. So which part you want, if you will comment, so I'll try, and I can assure I'll make a separate video for that. So now another 1 to 2 minutes I'll take about how you maintain this activity. So activity, many students have about lots of confusion about activity. Shall we write live experiment, or what? How you write activity? So activity generally no need of making this observation table in detail. You can make a smaller observation table whatever activity you are doing, but in detail calculations are not required. It's like you will do something like one activity I can show you, diffraction pattern. So just you can take a photo and you can paste it, right? And you will write what are the apparatus required, aim of the activity, apparatus required. Then you will write instead of procedure and theory, you can write directly description of your activity, that how you have done the activity, right? Now procedure also you can write, but theory is not much required for the activity. How you have done the activity you can write, and the inference is most important. For activity, inference or the results are more important. Suppose you are doing the diffraction experiment with a blade, so you will write that we have taken the blade and all these things, you will explain few lines. Then inference, that we got a pattern and we got the central maxima for that. So like that you will explain the inference, the outcome of your activity, that is most important. And calculation, error, sources of error, right? Those things you may write, you may not write. If you write completely in detail, it will become like experiments, but I suggest that you make it short. Just you explain it, and write the inference, what is the conclusion from your activity, right? Like you have done some activity, you have so suppose LDR activity, I have done it and uploaded one video, I think, so you can check it. Suppose you are doing, so you are varying the light and you are at a different distance, and you are getting that the intensity is decreasing gradually if you are varying the distance, right? So resistance is varying, so it's getting a different intensity you are getting. So in that one you can just write your observation in 2 or 3, like you can make one table, small table, and you can write your inferences, that distance this much and what is the outcome, so that at last you can write that what are the things, what are the inference you are getting, right? Varying the distance, varying the how the light intensity changing, just what you observed you will just write, right? No such calculation is required as per the activity is concerned. In experiment, in detail you will calculate like the length, breadth, everything. Suppose volume is asked, so you have to calculate in detail. But activity, just you will check that you are getting something like some pattern, diffraction you are getting some pattern. So LDR you are changing the distance and you are getting different intensity. So like that you will just here mainly, if you say in activities, the calculation part will be not be there. You can you can remove this calculation part, especially and observation part you can make it short. That's what the activities, it's everything you can write like experiments, aim, apparatus required, all these things you can write. And sample copy if you want, is in the book, it's available, but also I have, I think, made one video about the sample, how will you write the activities. So you can do that. And the next part is the last part is about the experiments. So these experiments you can you know how to write the experiments. You can write like aim of the experiments, then what are the apparatus required, then you can write procedure. Mostly the students make mistake that they write in direct speech. So what you can do, you can write in passive voice, like you have done the experiment, you have connected the wire, so you will write that the wires are connected and the resistance values are measured using suppose using the your meter bridge, or the voltage is measured using the voltmeter or a multimeter. So you will write in passive voice the procedure, then you will make an observation table. If any circuit diagram, ray diagram or diagrams are there, you can use the white page of your notebook, so you can make this. And then calculation part, error, if you can calculate, you can do the error calculation or you can skip it. Then after the calculation you will write result part. Many of the students make mistake. So suppose the aim of the experiment is find out the resistivity. So in the result what you will write, the resistivity, whatever the aim, that one you will write in the result. The resistivity of the given wire is found to be this, right? So you will write result perfectly. After result you can write 2 lines, 3 lines, sources of error and your sources of error and precautions. What are the precautions you have taken? So 2-3 lines you can write. So all these things are the outlines of your practical exam that you are going to appear in 2024, right? So you prepare for that and score 30 by 30, because don't lose this marks. If theory, if you score 65 and you will maintain this record book properly, Viva question if you need, I'll just help you out. I'll make separate video for that. And already I have made for the last year students, you can check it. It will be similar because the syllabus has not changed much, right? And so you can go through that also, or for this year also separately I can make a new one for the Vivas, right? So so don't worry about that, and just you maintain this 3 record book properly and submit that. Do the experiment, at least know how to connect and all these things, at least few of the experiment properly. I have uploaded already some of the experiment video, and some more are also, I am also planning to upload some more, like to complete whole your syllabus, right? All the experiments and activities I am planning to make videos for that. So what you will do, just maintain these record books. Then if you are scoring 29 or 30, you see how your score will, how it will help you. So 95, it's a good score in physics, right? You are getting 95. So theory, you have to focus this one, just you have to maintain little bit. Don't worry about the practical examination. First maintain these record books, then prepare about Viva and practice some of the experiments, right? Connection and other part, you can watch my videos, I'll help you out, right? So if suppose you are not doing up, you are taking it very lightly and you are not maintaining the record book, and finally you don't know how to do the experiments also, then what you will do, suppose the teacher gives you 20 or 25, so your marks will be reduced to 10 marks, means 2% your percentage will reduce, right? So anyway, you try to maintain all this and try to score 30 out of 30, so that it will help you to enhance your percentage, your score, right? Any questions, any doubt, write in the comment. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.